Every team building AI on documents eventually hits the same wall. Not because the AI failed, not because the pipeline broke, because the documents, the one your customers actually live and work in every day, demand more than any open source library was built to give. Most teams try to build it, but two of the fastest growing AI companies found a faster answer. Harvey is an AI legal intelligence platform with over 1,000 customers, tens of thousands of users across 60 countries. In law, documents aren't just files. Every page has a price tag. Athena Intelligence builds autonomous AI agents for Fortune 500 companies in finance, legal, and professional services, a small team serving some of the most regulated organizations in the world. Both companies grew fast, both depended on documents at the core of their product, and both faced the same decision. In the early days, both teams did what most developers do: reached for open source. It worked until it didn't. Enterprise customers started asking for redactions, comparison views, and on-premise deployment. The team had to stop and ask a hard question: do we build this ourselves, or find someone who already solved it? The team at Athena describes the exact moment.
We had customers from finance who wanted to do redaction specifically. And then now we're like, oh, so do we build it on our own, or do we just find a vendor that supports it and then use it? So as the customer requests grew for enterprise use cases, we wanted like vendors who either have these built in already, or vendors who know the enterprise as and have their software optimizer built with that idea in mind.
On Harvey's side, the decision came with some history behind it. The head of project engineering had used Nutrient before at a different company and had been with us long enough to remember our old name, PSPDF Kit. So when Harvey hit the same wall, he knew exactly what to do.
But now is the time. We are running into issues. We are hitting the walls. Doesn't do what we want to do. Let's bring out the hammer. So we bring out the hammer, PSPDF kit, and oh my God, experience blown away.
The build versus buy decision always looks cheaper on paper than it is in practice. Building a competitive document layer means 6 to 12 months of development, engineers learning a 1,500-page PDF standard, and maintenance that never goes away. For a 13-person team, that math is brutal.
But I feel like if you're building this from scratch, we would have to assign at least 2 or 3 engineers only for document capabilities, and that for 6 months or 1 year, it would have been like super hard. But it's going to be a significant amount of maintenance and development, which would not have been sustainable for a small startup at our stage.
There's another cost that's easy to underestimate: compliance. Every vendor in your stack has to pass the security review of every enterprise customer you want to close. Harvey was selling to the largest law firms in the world.
One more good part here is compliance. It's all in our infrastructure. We never get a question about it's just so good from compliance perspective. Biggest law firms in the world. And from the compliance standpoint, they looked at this stuff and that checks out, right? And it was just so easy for decision.
For Athena, the bar was just as high. Their customers' data couldn't leave their cloud at all.
Almost all these enterprises we talk with, so basically under the regulated industries. And so their primary concern is, oh, we don't want our data to be leaving our cloud. So what we do is we deploy our complete stack within their servers, right, their own instances. And so we couldn't like randomly depend on a NPM library over there. We wanted someone who understands this properly and are willing to go on-prem with us. So all the SOC 2, HIPAA, like all those are super core to us for these kind of deployments that we do with our customers.
For both companies, the most critical one was citations. When an AI references a source, users need to see exactly where it came from, the right page, the right sentence, highlighted in real time. This is easier said than built.
You guys did some groundbreaking work, specifically highlighting. What we deliver is dynamically change the highlights based on the citations you click. And we change the opacities. Goes to the right page and you click it. And it's near real time performance. There's no lag, anything. I have told to other folks like, hey, this is under the radar company. Everybody uses it. They have got an interesting tech that I haven't seen anywhere else.
Athena built the same experience into their agent platform.
For example, one of the core parts of our app is citations. So anytime the agent uses a set of documents to answer, it gives a rich citation source. And on click, it takes us to the particular document, scrolls to the page number, and shows highlighting of the exact sentence that it used to reference, which is huge. Nutrient crushed those. Like the citation system is heavily dependent on how Nutrient sets all the scroll to functions, all the highlighting. So that just was phenomenal for us.
Harvey's document volume grew 50% month over month. The infrastructure stayed flat. It was the one piece of the stack that they never had to think about.
If the volume you are putting through that system 50% month over month and you don't think about it at all, like PS, PDF, Kit, Nutrient, we don't think about it. Like it just works. That's the best operational system you can have when you kind of forget about them. The best work is the one that is silent.
At Athena, the feeling was similar.
We wanted a document-based ecosystem that we could trust and we know we could build on top of. We stayed because it kind of grew with us. From PDF viewing to citations to AI native workflows, it kind of became like a core foundational infrastructure of our stack.
If you're building AI workflows that need to handle documents at scale inside regulated enterprises with compliance built in from day one, Nutrient is the document infrastructure layer your team doesn't have to build, maintain, or think about.